Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship. Warning, censorship.
I'm just going to show you 3 emails, and I want to start with one from a virologist called Christian Anderson. And it was very early in the pandemic. It was February 1st, 2020, so like a week into the emergency. And this was a letter. It actually started with an article in the magazine Science called Mining Coronavirus Genomes for Clues to the Outbreak's Origin. So where did this virus come from? And Anthony Fauci wrote a letter to Christian Anderson saying, "This just came out today. You may have seen it. If not, it is of interest to the current discussion." Best, Tony. Oh, really? Were they having a discussion about the origins of the virus? Well, yes, they certainly were. And this virologist, Christian Anderson, wrote back, "Hi, Tony." And I'm going to skip ahead. "The unusual features of the virus make up a really small part of the genome. So one has to look really closely at all the sequences to see that some of the features potentially look engineered." Look engineered? Well, Fauci writes back to Anderson and says, "Thanks, Christian. Talk soon on the call." So they had a phone call about the fact that Science magazine was saying the virus might look engineered. What did they say? Was it true? I don't know. It's not disclosed in the emails, was it? I want to take you to a second email, and this is an exchange between Anthony Fauci and Peter Daszak. He was the middleman that Rand Paul asked about, sending American tax dollars to the Wuhan Institute of Virology, purportedly or allegedly, to do gain-of-function research. And I want to read a little bit from this email from Daszak to Fauci. The subject is, "Thank you for your public comments re COVID-19's origins. I just wanted to say a personal thank you on behalf of our staff and collaborators for publicly standing up and stating that the scientific evidence supports a natural origin for COVID-19 from a bat to human spillover, not a lab release from the Wuhan Institute of Virology." And then, as you can see, an entire paragraph is deleted. Are you just a tiny bit curious of what's deleted? And then it says, "From my perspective, your comments are brave, and coming from your trusted voice will help dispel the myths being spun around the virus's origins." And as you can see at the top of the email, Fauci writes back, "Peter, many thanks for your kind note. Best regards." What was redacted? Was Dr. Senator Rand Paul right? Was America actually funding military research on the gain-of-function weaponization of these viruses? And then there's one more email I'd like to read to you. It's this one between George Gao. He's the head of China's version of the Centers for Disease Control. He's China's guy. And apparently he was on very friendly terms with Anthony Fauci. And Gao writes to Fauci, and Fauci writes back very friendly, "Let's work together to get the virus out of the earth." Okay. And Fauci writes back, "George, thanks for the note. I understand completely. No problem. We will get through this together. Best regards, Tony." Okay, so you've got the absolute boss for disease control in China writing you a personal note. And you don't have any questions for him. Where did it come from? Can we talk? You're not curious at all. And we're going to get through this together. We're on your side. Really? I don't think Fauci's even that deferential to American presidents. Now, look, a lot of this is not secret. I mean, those videos of him talking about gain of function, they weren't released just last night. But Fauci's been on our TV sets for almost a year and a half. Did you know about the fact that money was flowing from the U.S. government through Fauci, through this Daszak, to the Wuhan Institute of Virology? Did you know that Fauci said China is where all the action is if you want to study the weaponization of viruses. Did you know about that? Again, those weren't hidden. Did you know about the connection between Fauci, as he was standing by Trump, of Fauci's connections to China, both the lab itself and their public health industrial complex? Do you know who Anthony Fauci is actually working for? And every question I've just put about Fauci, could it not be put to Theresa Tam, Justin Trudeau, and Bill Gates too? I don't know why Fauci's book was kicked off Amazon today. Maybe there were too many stories that were just proved false by this release of emails. I don't know, just a theory, just speculation. I don't know what the truth is, but I don't trust Fauci, Tam, Biden, or Trudeau to tell us either. I'm just worried saying so will get me deleted from the internet. That's an excerpt from my daily show, The Ezra Levant Show. Every day I do a monologue on the news of the day, then I interview an interesting guest, and then I read my hate mail. You gotta subscribe. Go to rebelnews.com.